Okay, this is Jared with another episode of me playing Oxygen Not Included. And today I want more power. Power I'm going to get from natural gas. Now, this episode is going to be a lot faster than the last one, at least to explain. I shouldn't have said that. I think it's going to be a lot shorter to explain. Let's go with that. Oh, yeah, before I do, I did forget one thing I mentioned in the last video. I forgot to kill this, or nick that pipe. I essentially want to have this... Hold on, where's water going up there? Yeah, that's fine. So I want this to be a closed system. I don't need to be adding any more water in there. Okay, perfect. So natural gas, let's look at the research for that. It is fossil fuels. Natural gas generator. That's what I want to start researching. So that research will begin. Now, while research is going on, I've got a natural gas geyser in the area, really close. That's handy. So let's dig out into that area, and I'll see you in a little bit. All right, just so you know, I've noticed some other problems in the base I'll need to fix. You'll see. Okay, in the process of doing this, I've noticed I have polluted water here again. I believe this is the culprit. I'll fix this and continue on. Oh, if that's the only thing I had to fix. Alright, I'm going to take this opportunity right now to point out two things. Right now, I'm getting cold damage. That's because I've got polluted water in this pipe. It's not moving. I've kind of forgotten about it. It is at minus 23. Now, polluted water freezes at minus 20 and the environment is minus 22. That's essentially breaking that pipe, and they're continually going to be putting in the material sandstone to fix that. I could disable auto repair, but I'm just not going to do that on every single piece of pipe. Okay, so I'm fixing this by building more reservoirs down here, pulling in more water, and ultimately turning that pump off after they get a little bit filled. Oh yeah, there's one other thing I wanted to show. So I intend to have this polluted water that's collected there sent here. It is imperative, if you have this oxygen machine, the polluted water oxygen, that you click on polluted water and you hit sweep only. Very important. You can mark what you want to be sent there. So they'll take this away and dump it there. If you didn't do that, your duplicants would start taking this polluted water, which you're relying on oxygen, and dump it in that place. So be very careful that you click on this and you specify sweep only. If it wasn't obvious, I may have fallen victim to that several times. Okay, I'm just going to sum up what I'm doing here. I realize I'm still growing mealwood, and that's a waste of effort and material, so I'm just getting rid of all that. And I also identified another duplicant. This one is just have one interest, but they are a runner and a quick learner, so I thought I want to get up to 6 people. Let's take them on, so welcome, runner. Okay, I'm still getting polluted water in that area, and that's starting to drive me bonkers. I think that's just, again, ice. Shows how precise you really have to be sometimes in this game. Turn that into a tile. So I'm going about refactoring my food storage area, hopefully for the last time. I apologize. So the change here is essentially I'm making the entrance down to this not accessible by any polluted water or polluted ice that could turn to polluted water. Okay, so it is time to get back to the whole purpose of this episode, which was getting more power. So hopefully there will be no more distractions in that. We will see. I can confirm at this point that we are now in the clear. Alright, let me just talk about what I'm doing right now, because what I want to do is get a way to get into this area to build a pump. I want to avoid mixing the gases between this area. I don't want natural gas to come out. I don't want other gases to go in. Now I could build a door, but the problem is every time a dupe goes in and out of a door, a little bit of gas transfers. But I have a really simple trick to avoid that from happening. Now I'm going to put either water, I'm going to make sure it's not polluted water, in there. So let's get that to happen. I just need someone to dump that in for me. Okay, excellent. So someone put in that. I don't need a lot, so I'm going to get them to stop dumping that. I can destruct this thing actually. So at this point, I've got a little piece of water here. This tile is, well, water. This tile here is oxygen. This tile right here is solid. I can destroy it. So let's just get someone to destroy that. Now, go down one more. I'll destroy this. And I get water in there, which is fine. I'm going to get them to mop that up so I can demo what has just happened. Okay, so this is important. So it's probably best seeing this in temperature view, but this is a vacuum. It's a vacuum, and it'll stay a vacuum because it can't get through this tile because this is water, and the air that's up here can't get through. So I have a way for the duplicates to get through. Now they're going to get their feet wet, but they're not going to spend a lot of time here. So that is not a concern for me. Now I'm going to be able to bury or dig into this area, and here they are. They don't like being in contact with natural gas, but they're only going to be in there a short period of time. I want to get a pump in this area. I'm going to make that out of gold magma, and the reason for that, I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to a little bit further away from this thing. Reason for this outputs temperatures of 150, and the breaking point for a normal pump, say made out of copper, is going to be 75. Gold and magma has an extra 50, so that's 125. Eventually that'll get too hot, but hopefully by that point I'm going to have some sort of cooling mechanism to deal with that. One nice thing about this is I don't have to filter the air that goes out of that, because this is just natural gas, except for a little bit of polluted oxygen up here. So I'm going to deal with that by going up here and cutting it off. Okay, I was successful. Now this entire area is just natural gas, meaning this pump does not need to do any filtering on its way out. We can be assured that it's just natural gas. I want to check one thing. Okay, we don't have slime lung here because this is a very annoying thing. If that was the case, that would transfer to this tile, and this tile they would every now and then go back to it to clean it because it's starting to get infected. They're not going to clean just a natural tile, but they will clean one of these tiles, unless of course I clicked disable disinfect, which I might do, but it's not necessary in this case. Just something to watch out for. Alright, so here I'm building the natural gas geyser, or the geyser, I wish I could build that, the natural gas generator. Alright, so I'm going to put in a little bit of automation here. So in the same way I was doing this for the coal generator, I want the smart battery to tell natural gas to turn off when there's too much power. It also can tell it when to turn on. The other thing is this pump will run even when there's only a very small amount of gas, and that's kind of a waste because it's going to use the same amount of power either way. So I'm going to go in here and put in a gas, or this is a ATMO sensor, I guess is called, but that's going to see what the pressure is, and essentially going to tell it if the pressure is really low, don't bother pumping. Okay, so those two things are ready to have settings applied to them. I want this to take effect before coal, because coal, I only have so much coal in the world, whereas this geyser is going to keep reproducing more natural gas. Okay, I get too talky at this point. Basically, this generator is going to generate too much power for the circuit, so I'm going to upgrade it to the heavy watt wires. So I'm putting the setting for the Atmos, or the Atmos center, of about 333, and anything above 100 or so would be a good value. So I'm just about to turn the natural gas generator on and realize that it produces polluted water. So I'm just digging out an area to store that, putting some deodorizers around there, and then I think we can call it. We'll see you in the next video.